Here's some data. Can you pick up a trend?
Okay. Another type of analysis is called the service area. Hi, I'm Songyu, 34 this year. I'm a data scientist. As a data scientist in URA, I collect, process, and analyze data to extract information and insight in order to support the urban planners, other government agencies, or even the public in their decision making. Data scientists typically helps to solve complex business problems through a more scientific and evidence-based approach. So there's a common saying of rubbish in, rubbish out. If we feed in poor quality data into the models, whatever generated will not be relevant or useful for the stakeholders.
Bruh.
Much of our time are actually spent on data cleaning and processing. Usually spend part of my time engaging the stakeholders to really understand their work process, the pain point, the type of issues they want to resolve. From there, then I can brainstorm and then propose suitable methodology and analysis that can resolve or tackle the issues. I can then move on to writing of codes or running models and simulations using the available data to then generate insights in the form of charts or maps where the stakeholders can better understand the results. I do spend a small part of the time in the research and development, so things like upskilling through reading out of the latest development in new data sets or in new methodologies, or have discussion with experts from other fields. Other than just upskilling ourselves, we also spend some time to run, let's say, analytic courses to teach our stakeholders more about analysis and methodologies. They can better understand the results that we share with them and really use them to aid in their decision-making process. Actually, data science wasn't common when I'm still studying. In fact, I was studying applied math in university. But data scientists actually come from a diverse range of different backgrounds. So they can be computing science, math, stats, engineering, or even social sciences. So the applied math course that I took also gave me a good foundation in both stats and computing, hence giving me a kickstart in my data science career. I chose applied maths because of my interest in math since young. It's very fascinating to actually understand how equations and math can be applied to our daily life. So for example, if you perform an internet search online, it's actually the algorithm and the formulas behind that return you the relevant results. So in urban planning, one of the main objectives is to locate new amenities, especially when we have limited land in Singapore. This is where I come in. So I actually analyze mobility data like EZ-Link transaction. This actually gave us understanding of mobility trends to the existing amenities. But there are also scenarios where data is not readily available. That's where we'll do data collection as well. Maths and stats will be important because it gives you the foundation to understand models, the equations behind it.
Oh yeah!
Secondly, it will be computer science, where you learn coding language such as Python and C, and then you can code your own models and run your analysis on top of it. Be a good active listener. So especially when you engage your stakeholders, you need to understand their pain point, and that actually gives them more confidence in your proposed solution later. Presentation and communication skills is important as well. Instead of giving them huge chunks of number, which is hard to understand, we can show them in the form of a chart or a map, which they can infer the insights more easily. You need to be meticulous in order to pick out your own errors in your code when translating them into insights. So you also have to be creative, because existing models are not one size fits all. Eventually, you will have to come up with your own model that suit your stakeholders' needs. Don't see error as failures and be positive. It's very common to hit errors when running huge chunks of codes during analysis, but these are also important lessons that help you improve over time. You will eventually find solutions in the long term.